Good morning. This week is a little bit different because I am trying to look at our week through the lens of grace and not so much perfection with homeschooling, with everything. So I thought I would take you through some of our homeschooling stuff today and a little bit of everything else too. Right now, the boys are watching TV. What we do is like they wake up in the morning and then they do their breakfast and their daily habits. So that would be like brushing teeth, going to the potty, all of that. And then they will get 30 minutes of TV while I pack lunches for our outing. We're gonna just get these loaded up. I'm gonna make myself my matcha tea. That's my reward. I'll show you the state of this house. I thought I would come out here because it's just really nice and it's a lot quieter and you can hear the birds and all the little critters and things, and drink some matcha while we're chatting a little bit. So a couple of things. One is I curled my hair yesterday for the first time in probably a couple of years, honestly. I've had a lot of hair loss, not related to postpartum. I obviously did have hair loss from postpartum, but I just am losing my hair. And so I do a lot of things to try to slow down the progression of that. So I take like Nutrafol and I do minoxidil foam, which is basically like a Rogaine. I put that like on my hair twice a day, every single day. I take Nutrafol every single day. And yeah, the process is kind of, I've just gotten used to it. It was frustrating at first, but anyways, I curled my hair and I was really excited about it and just thought I would like share that. I don't know why. Maybe there's somebody else out there who is like battling with hair loss, and sometimes you just need to like just put the heat on the hair just to make yourself feel beautiful like one day. Like it's okay. It'll be okay. And it was totally worth it. Like I love it. Going back to the homeschooling stuff. So our weekly schedule, I changed up our schedule because we had too much free time. I've tried to do this slow living thing where we're just kind of like freely going about our day, doing different things around the house or playing outside in the yard. And I just feel like in certain seasons it has worked, and in a lot of other seasons it has not worked. I have 3 boys, and what I'm realizing lately, God has been showing me like, Jordan, what you're doing is actually really hard. And I feel like people will tell me that sometimes and I'll just be like, yeah, like, but you know, maybe they're thinking like it's hard because they're not doing it every day, and so like for them it would be like really, really hard. But I feel like God's been speaking to me like, no, Jordan, like what you're doing is actually really, really hard, and you need to give yourself grace for it. And that has been so freeing, but also really difficult. Mostly freeing though, like, because I have been able to look at our week and each day through the lens of grace, which is life-changing. I watch a lot of vloggers, and so I see a lot of what other moms are doing, and with that comes a lot of guilt or shame if I'm not doing what they're doing. So I am throwing all of that out the window. I'm trying to pull wisdom from the things that I've learned from other moms, but I'm not going to directly apply it to our situation because it's a completely different situation. Like they have different experiences growing up. They have different struggles and things. They have different children. And so you can't just apply what everyone else is doing to your life and try to see if it, and like expect it to work fully the same way that it works for them. So I am looking through the eyes of grace. That's why they're watching TV while I am doing all of this, you know, packing their lunches. My husband this morning, this was not part of the plan, but he was so gracious and did all of their daily habits for me, like with them, like brushing their teeth, going potty, all of that stuff. That has been super helpful because it's given me the ability to talk on here. But anyways, so all of that to say, we're changing what we're doing, and basically what I have decided I'm gonna try out is this new schedule where we are a little bit more busy. So there's a lot less free time. There will be free time still a lot of free time, honestly, for the kids to just play and stuff. But I am adding in more things just so that it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Like, okay, we have all these hours in the day every week and I don't know what to do. So we're getting a little bit more of a plan. Cheers to a new day, a new week, whatever you're doing. If you're a stay-at-home mom, we are so blessed. It is a hard job, but we are really blessed to be with our children. I would not prefer to go into an office. There are some days that I would prefer to go into an office and be alone and work quietly, but we're just gonna not think about those certain days. We're just gonna think about the days that we are thankful for. And it is pretty sure it's about to rain, so I'm gonna go inside.
I'm hushing the dog on the chain. I'm running up stones on the edge of the bed.
Is this yours, Joey?
Nope, it's yours. I gotta break it. It will not die.
Baby, do you trust Mama?
I do trust Mama.
Okay, then trust me when I say that it's dying and you need to stay on the charger.
I watched little Einsteins when I was a little kid. Khan Academy Kids.
It's crazy how homeschooling is so trial and error. It really is. Like, the whole way through is just figuring it out. Like, I have still not figured out what we're gonna do for the summer. A lot of people I know take off the summers, but I didn't want to do that. However, I feel like it is difficult to feel like I'm in that schooling mindset for some reason when everyone else is taking off summers. I'm trying to maybe try to do like a lighter version of it. I'm kind of leaning towards quitting the good and the beautiful for language arts because it's just been something that he really dreads, which makes me also dread it. And it's just, maybe I'm thinking maybe he needs to do something with a screen for language arts just because it's not his favorite. He likes to do the math with the good and the beautiful, and that's totally okay. I have begun the first grade math with him, but I'm thinking maybe we just switch it up for language arts. But anyways, it's just, like I said, there's a lot of trial and error in all of this. Like, there's no real right or wrong. It's just kind of like what fits best for your family in that specific season. And so what worked for me last year or even a week ago sometimes doesn't work for me right now. And that's really frustrating because you just kind of want it to stay the same, but at the same time, it is nice to have the changes because it keeps it fresh and different. And I'm thinking I'm going to lean more on the side of a lighter version of homeschooling during the summer. So still doing school, but just a lighter version of it. Maybe we do some read alouds. Maybe we do our circle times still, but with, just the extra and light things and less of the core curriculum, and then just going out and going and doing things, which is ultimately so what I want to do in the long run. Like, I see so many moms doing things very freely and talking about like unschooling and all that. And I just am not there yet. It scares the heck out of me to just have that much freedom. Like I need some more structure. And I actually was listening to a podcast recently, and they were saying that it's okay in the beginning stages if you kind of need that sort of guidance and structure and support of a box curriculum, that's totally okay if you kind of need that transition period to kind of figure out your bearings. And I think that's where we're at. We're still in the very beginning. Like, yes, we did preschool. Yes, we did kindergarten, but it's still just kindergarten, and I still have young ones, and so we are just figuring it out. And so if you are there, I just want to tell you that too. Like, it's okay that you're just figuring it out, and maybe something works one day, the next day it doesn't, but it just is going to take us all so much time to just gain that wisdom, because that's just how it is, I guess. Okay. Eel.
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 What's an eel?
It's an animal.
Oh.
It's like, do you know what I'm talking
Oh, I think I know.
about? Yeah.
Is it like a snake that swims underwater, and then when it gets on the fish, it shocks the fish to protect it? It's like a superpower.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
Cheek. Cheek.
Good.
I know what a cheek is.
Yeah.
Like these cheeks on you.
Okay.
Hey, why do you got brown bumps on your cheeks right here?
Brown bumps on my cheeks?
Yes.
Maybe it's like a mole or like a freckle. Maybe.
What's a freckle look like?
Like
Is it around the
little
dot?
dots.
Oh, I got one too. Oh, look.
We got focus, maybe. Gotta refocus. Okay. On there, okay? You lost your privileges. Use the tablet, okay? Joey, you can go play with Legos or you can do school. Joey, that's not how you drink from a straw, baby. You drink like this. Take a break, okay? And then I'll call you back in here when I'm ready.
I'm not feeling good. I can't breathe.
Okay.
So I need medicine. Don't forget my gummy bears. Don't forget my gummy bears.
Okay, Joey, do you want to do a puzzle or do you want to do your workbook?
I want to do my workbook.
Okay.
And medicine.
Well, you don't need medicine right now, okay?
What do?
I will decide if you need medicine or not, okay?
I do need medicine.
You can take a break, bub. That looks good. This is my sweet Joey, my sweet 4-year-old who I'm working with. He just turned 4. So he's been 4 for about a month now, and he just kind of does preschool whenever he feels like it, basically. There's no pressure on it. It's just kind of where I'm hoping to get with my older son at some point, because initially it's really hard. I feel like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I'm pretty sure I'm not, that initially when you start to homeschool, if you were not homeschooled yourself, it's really hard to break through the mentalities that you learn from being in public school system and just what you grew up thinking that you knew. Just breaking through a lot of those barriers and just kind of bringing on that freedom. I've been able to do that more so with my younger children because I know what they're supposed to know at that point, quote unquote, or at least that's what the people who are ahead of me have told me. So anyways, this is my 4-year-old. This is kind of what we do every once in a while. Most of the stuff he does participate in consistently are things like our Bible time, or if I do like a science lesson, things like that. The very relaxed sort of circle time things. Also, I thought I would just add on here, I've been reluctant to talk about homeschooling versus public school just because there's so many opinions around it. But I did want to say that I'm not really for one or the other. Specifically for my family, I am all for homeschooling. But I've also been open to the possibility of sending them to public school if it came down to it, and I had peace about it and it made sense for that situation. Like, I think it would be foolish to think that like this is the end all be all, that homeschool is for our family no matter what. Like, you just don't know, right? Like, you don't know what God is gonna do, and you don't know what God is doing in other families too. So it would seem foolish to believe that, you know, everybody has to do homeschool. And I think I used to have that mentality because I think I was just so excited about it. But I think that there's a lot of wisdom that comes with understanding that God has so much grace for us. And I grew up going to public school. Maybe you grew up going to public school, and I'm sure that hopefully that God is working in your life and you are working out your calling that He's given you, and you turned out okay. Maybe we have some weird things about us, maybe some social anxiety, but we're still working out our calling, and He is still involved in our lives because grace is such a beautiful thing. Okay, look both ways. I go to the gym about twice a week usually. I don't consider myself to be a gym gal just because I don't love it. Like, I go because I feel like it's good for me and I get a little break. Also, by the way, sorry if I look super serious in this. I'm like trying to look like I know what I'm doing and I totally don't. Also, it's vlogging in the middle of a public place is really awkward. Anyways, and this girl got in my shot. So anyways, yeah, gym gal, I don't really consider myself that. I like to run by myself, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think I do it more for the break. And then I also like to go sit at the tables. I feel like I work out only for like 30 minutes. And then I just go sit at the table and work on researching things about vlogging or homeschooling, things of that nature, or maybe like a meal plan if I need to do that. So I enjoy this time a lot, that is for sure. When we got home, my son was tuckered out. He fell asleep literally on the floor during dinner. He didn't even eat this day. But anyways, if you enjoyed this if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll click that like and subscribe button. And also go ahead and put a strong arm emoji at the bottom in the comments if you made it this far in the video so I know who you are. All right, bye.